Alright, so today I'm going to give you a tutorial of the app because without the tutorial, I feel like you can miss out on extracting the full benefit of the app, right? Because you just don't know where everything is, right? So below in this video, you're going to have timestamps at the bottom so you can kind of skip to whatever you need to. If this is your first time watching, I recommend watching it full all the way through. But if you've been here before, just kind of skip around and you can go to the part of the app that you need to understand, right? And another thing I want to point out is if this is your first time here in the app, you're going to see a pop-up modal, this pop-up modal. And if it's not your first time, you can just come here to this info button. But something I really want to point out is, yes, obviously watch this video all the way through, right? If it's your first time through, but this checklist, right? You need to come here. This checklist is mandatory. In this checklist are some settings that need to be verified. You need to just go through this checklist and yeah, that way you can make sure you can use the app to its fullest extent, right? If you don't go through this checklist, yeah, please do. So yes, come to this checklist and check it out. I'm not going to go through it right now, but you'll see it, and it's very thorough instructions. Okay, so in a little bit, our end of day alarm is going to go off, and we're going to get started. All right, so today in these last couple of days, I've just been making a lot of copy changes. I haven't even been coding, right? Just making a lot of UI changes, copy changes, just to make the app an overall seamless experience for first-time users and repeat users. Because you know, you guys, y'all don't live inside my mind. I've been through the app a million times, right? So I want this app to be intuitive to y'all because y'all don't know how it works, right? And you know, just like with this whole process, it's been very interesting to see how much stuff has to be done after you finish coding, right? How much it takes to wrap up a project. Okay, and we can play it back. All right, so today in these last couple of days, I've just been making a lot of copy changes. I haven't even been coding, right? I'm just making a lot of UI changes. Okay? And then we have our text, right? And it comes back in how you speak, right? It comes back in real sentences. All right, so today, in these last couple of days, I'm just making a lot of copy changes, you know, with grammar and everything. It's not just like a simple speech to text is blurb, right? You could also just type what you want to say, right? So you could also just type your entry for the day and it's saved. All right, so let me show you how the calendar functionality, right? Because the calendar is going to be one of two ways they're going to be able to navigate the different entries that you've made for different dates in the app, right? So we drop this down, and today is March 10th, right? Today's the day we made an entry. But let's say we go to March 6th. All right, now we're on March 6th. So these green squares represent days that you made an entry, right? So let's say we go to a different month. Let's go to February 29th. All right, February 29th. All right, you can just click around like this and go to different dates. Or you can just go month to month like this if you wanted to. Or you could type in a date manually. So you could go, I don't know, the 1st of, or January 20th of what year? 2000. I don't know what happened that day. But the app takes you to January 20th of 2000. And if you just want to go back to today, you just reset like this. Bang. All right, so let's go with the tab functionality, right? So we come here to the tab vault and we pull in our browser tabs. Okay, so some of these tabs, you know, they're not really relevant to what you worked on today, so you might not want to keep them, right? You're like, oh, I don't need this one. I don't need this YouTube video, you know, I was listening to music. I don't need these things, okay? So you say these are good, right? So let me give you the big picture, right? So let's say it is a year from now. It is officially March 10th, 2025. So let's go there. All right, March 10th, 2025. And you're like, you know, you signed in for work today and you're like, what did I work on a year ago? I'm just curious. Like, what have I been up to? So you go back to today or, you know, a year ago, March 10th, 2024. And you're like, oh, okay, so I was working on making copy changes for the app, and you know, you see your entry, right? And then you come here to your tab vault, and you have this entry that explains everything that you worked on that day and accompanying tabs alongside them that kind of contextualizes these tabs, right? Okay, and you can resume an old problem, right? Let's say I want to like, I want to work on this now. You know, I just want to get back into this old problem from a year ago of, you know, updating UI changes. And I come here, I'm like, okay, let me resume. Let me open this in a new window, right? And bang, it opens. The tabs you selected open a new window. or you can just choose to open them in an existing window. You can come here. Let me just show you all this. You come here and be like, okay, let's open this in window 2. And bang, the tabs open up here. All right, so like I mentioned, there's 2 ways you can navigate the different entries in the app, right? You can come here through the calendar and you can, navigate to different entries, or you can type in the date, or you can come here and search your diary. So today's March 10th, right? So here's my entry. You can see it and you can navigate to it like this, and bang, it spits you out on March 10th. We kind of click through here, all our entries, right? But then we can also navigate by, you can search for anything in the diary. So let's say I want to search for a specific, entry named Taco, right? Taco Tuesday, and here's a result. And I can search for a tab. So I can come here and I can be like, oh, I had a tab named image or whatever. February 21st, you click here and you spits you out and it shows you the tab that you searched for on February 21st. All right, so last but not least, I want to get into some settings, specifically the set reminder, right? This is going to be your end of day reminder to make an entry at the end of your day. So we'll come here and we'll set this for 4:10, right? That's going to go off in 1 minute. And yeah, that's basically it. If you want to see this tour again, you come here to this info button, and this tour is always available for you to skip around and find what you need, right? And remember, this checklist is very, very important. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for checking out Workdiary. If you haven't checked out Workdiary, if you're just watching this video on YouTube, I advise you to check it out. But yeah, that's it. This alarm will go off, in like 30 seconds or so, and I will sign out. All right, there it goes. Adios.